Okay.
Hey, what's up?
We're
Happy
live.
summertime. We are live.
What?
Apologies if am I
Yeah,
delayed already?
yes, your Wi-Fi is. It's all good though. We're just gonna make it through. We're gonna make it through. We're gonna make it
Damn
through.
you, Circa. I'm on location at the Circa Hotel, which has been nothing but by far amazing so far as the hospitality, the customer service.
Mhm.
Unfortunately, I even paid for premium Wi-Fi here in the room, and we may have issues, but at least we're here. Welcome to the show, Girl Chat Sports with Mo and Mel. We appreciate you. It's officially summertime. Tomorrow is my birthday. So it's all about the cancer season right now.
Yeah,
How you
that
doing,
cancel's
Mel?
in full effect. Full effect.
Yes, as we should be.
Yeah,
It's been a
represent.
long winter, a long fall, a long spring. We tired of them Geminis. We got to get it in before them Leos start creeping in because they start way
Yeah.
too soon. So
Represent your click, girl. Represent your
we'll see
click.
how that goes. Yes, and today with obviously I'll give away my age, but I do support my guy Julio Rodriguez, the Mariners, because he is also number 44, which is the magical number for this year.
Okay.
Hello.
You gotta play.
Yeah,
You gotta
you know how it
play
is.
craps or roulette. No, not even craps. You gotta play roulette. And if there's a 44 on there, put it on there.
Roulette.
Put your chip on there. See what happens.
Add that to my lucky numbers. Yeah.
Yes.
I think I will.
See if that'll be your lucky number.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm with it. So we do have a special guest to join us later. So when she pops on, we'll get her on the show as well. But I did want to go over, first of all, welcome everybody to the show. If you're watching, please share and subscribe to our YouTube channel at Girl Chat Sports. We know it's Wednesday. The Las Vegas Aces are playing. Unfortunately, we can't watch them in the hotel room because they are away and they're not on the local Las Vegas station. It is on Amazon Prime.
Right.
They are playing the Seattle Storm tonight. So that game just kicked off. Hopefully we'll get off here in time to watch the second half.
Yeah. Keep you updated on the score and all that good stuff.
Yes, sounds good. So there are some hot topics today. Miss Serena Williams, she got her little bid into Wimbledon. She lost a 3-hour first round to Harmony Tan. So Harmony Tan has just marked this on her goal sheet for life because she beat Serena Williams. But this is only the third or fourth time that Serena's lost in a first round. I'm sure it was a little devastating for her, kind of not sure as what she's going to do as far as continuing. And who knows? Is it time for her to?
She needs to retire.
It up?
Simple as that. She needs to retire. Okay, it's simple as that. Listen, you're not gonna just let these young Tito's keep beating you. Is this how you want to end your legacy? We know you've got greatness behind you, but you don't want someone just in the first round to have clout now saying that they beat you. They beat you on the other side of your career. I think it's time for sis to hang it up. Let's do some things. I want to see her do amazing things.
I mean, she's got so many other amazing things. I mean, she's got her daughter that she's even been coaching and training in tennis too. It looks like it's just so much for her to be doing that it's almost like, gosh.
Yeah, I want to see her do some amazing things off the court. I want her to be the ghost whisperer as if Mamba was when he was on the phone late nights calling his peers and giving advice and tips. I want her to kind of see that mystique come of her and other things, but this is it, sis. This is it.
Right.
And you hate to see someone just go out like that, but doggone it, let's call it.
She did fight, but to have a 3-hour match is that should be like a championship series for her. I mean,
in her prime, she probably could have beat her easily. First of all, she wouldn't even have to compete to get in the first round. That's number one. Number two, the fact that you did it in 3 hours. Yeah. It did take some time and longevity, but you still ended up losing all that 3 hours for it. Yeah, girl. It was nice.
That's a lot.
It was a nice run with you, sis. But it's time.
We can't wait to see what else you do.
Yes. I want to see you do amazing things.
Do have our guest that has chimed up in here, so we'll get her on. What's up, SportsNista? Cassandra, how are you?
The SportsNista.
What is happening? I'm having technical difficulties over here. I always tell people I'm the SportsNista. I'm not the technista.
Love it.
Don't expect me to be doing right. Like, my earbuds.
Listen, we already know. We already know.
Right.
What in the world is going on? So who is that calling? Are you talking about Serena?
I'm talking about Serena. I'm talking about Ms. Williams. Yes.
Yeah. It made me very sad.
Is it time?
Yeah.
You think it's time?
I just want her to be happy. Whatever makes her happy, and it just doesn't look like she looks anguished whenever she's on the court now.
That's facts.
Yeah. I mean, this young lady that beat her just shouldn't have been able to hang with her on the court. Not like that.
Well, and that's the thing. That's my point. You don't want
not
to
for no 3 hours.
Yeah, you don't want to go out looking like that. You just don't want to go out looking like that. That's the crazy thing.
No.
Yeah.
She got to end on a nice high. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I mean, and then it's it's different in tennis. You're going to have to play who you draw. So, at her level and where they want her to be, she's going to continue to draw, high level competition. So how do you go out gracefully from that?
I mean, you can't.
It's going to be tough.
Her last match when she won was the graceful moment.
Oh, okay.
She said she
not
was
the technista has exited the building.
Now I know how you feel when I exit the building before it's time.
Right. That's how it is. Come on, that hour. Here we go.
Mid-convo, and I'm out.
Oh my gosh. Well, when she have a second, we'll get her back on. The other hot topic, of course, is Brittany Griner. She had her trial date send off. Oh, here we go. I think she's back on. Let me just see. Oh, hi.
Oh, child. Oh, child. I'm back. I got it fixed now.
Okay.
That's okay. That's all right. So we're talking about Brittany Griner. Of course, she was in court on Monday. They let her know that the trial would be starting on July 1st, which is Friday. And she was also ordered to remain in custody for the duration of the criminal trial, detention being extended for another 6 months to December 20th, which just seems absolutely ridiculous.
At this point, it'd be whatever they want.
Right.
I mean, they make the rules at this moment. I did want to play a little bit of the Asia Wilson interview when she discussed BG and having seen her, because I don't want to know, but they showed BG when she was coming into court and they had a little video of her and, just kind of questioning as far as how she's doing. So here's Asia.
Her sister, and I can't imagine what she's going through. And I pray every single day that the people that are in high ups are doing what they need to do to get her home, because it's unacceptable. And to see her like that, I can't even put it into words, because we talk about how great she is as a player, but that's a person. That's someone's wife, and she can't communicate with that. And I just pray every day. I pray every day that she comes home and that she's just healthy, because it's so much deeper than the physical. It's the mental, it's the emotional. And anyone that knows BG knows her spirit is probably the best thing about her. Yeah, she can put the ball in the hoop, but her spirit, and I hate to see that stripped away from her. So I pray so much for PG, and I hope we can bring.
Yeah. And that, I think most of the yeah, and I think most of WNBA feels that, but you also think about how the Mercury, are dealing with this as a team, and we've seen, like the recent exit of Charles to Seattle Storm. I can't speculate as to why she wants that move, but I mean, something wasn't jiving for her there. I mean, she's been, she got traded over there this last year in the off season, and Mercury obviously have been playing their best. They did win a game, I think, 2 games ago, and so they're trying to get back in that win column. But this Brittany Griner thing is just affecting everybody, I think, around the league. And
I
more
mean,
people are
it's
talking
like,
about it. More people are speaking upon it.
Yeah. I mean,
For
it's tough.
sure.
I mean, you were sitting right there when Skylar Diggins actually went at it. Early, what was it, like the second game of the season?
Yeah.
You know, there's
her
a
and
lot
Diana
of stress.
Taurasi.
Yeah, there's a lot of stress around that ball club right now. And I mean, they're missing a family member. Like, can you imagine? Like, you wake up and like your sister's supposed to be there and she's not there. And I do. So her wife spoke today. I forget who she was being interviewed by. And she said that Brittany is very afraid. She's stressed and very afraid right now. And how could she not be? Like, I don't know how well she speaks Russian. So I don't know if she's able to like really communicate in there. So that could be an issue as well. And who knows, what the tactics are as they're holding her there. I mean, it's infuriating and it's frightening at the same time.
Because you got to think every night that we lay our head on our pillows and we're in our homes and we're with our loved ones, that's every day that she is not. That she is in some conditions that probably are indescribable. We don't even know the conditions of her detention in there. And that has to take a toll on the team, to your point, Cassandra, because they're thinking about that constantly. It's in their prayer, it's in their prayers, it's in everything. And they're thinking about that constantly. So I can understand how the pressure and everything goes, and what Tina Charles doing, the divorce from the team, if you will. They call it a divorce. I had never heard of that before.
That?
I never heard of that before.
Contract.
That was a new thing, a divorce. Okay.
They're being extra over there.
Yeah. But for her to have to do that exit stage left, I mean, it's got to be the mental toll and taxing on them. And not to mention their season's just not what it is, because they're missing their arm. They're missing, it's like losing an arm, losing a limb. They're missing their limb. So every day it's going to be very challenging.
And well, physically, she's the biggest presence on their team. She's 6'8", 6'9". Right. That's a lot of human being to like miss. And I keep saying we've got to put pressure on the United States government to figure it out. We can't let it play out in the court system in Russia. We got to bring her home.
Absolutely, I agree.
Like, whoever they got to.
And it also makes me think about well, it also makes me think about like how many players come this next off season are going to be questioning going out of overseas to play for the rest of their money. Who are going to, and whether it be other countries or not, but who's going to go play in Russia again after this? I would say people should be boycotting going to Russia at all costs for any of the teams that have out there, because it just seems ridiculous that you don't realize what this person has given you in your country and played for how many, 5-6 years now, and this is how you're going to treat it. Like, you don't care. So no one should want to play out there at this point.
The CBA actually changes in 2024. So for this year, players were penalized if they weren't back by the start of the season. Next season, they will be penalized if they're not back before the start of training camp. So that prohibits a lot of these WNBA players from fulfilling their contracts in these foreign countries. And I believe there are restrictions for Russia now. So anybody who was going over there, like, they're not going until all of that plays out. But it's going to change for multiple countries as well for 2024.
Wow. Jeez.
Wow. It's heartbreaking. And especially not even just being, like just said, just not even just as a player, but as a human, as a family member, as a wife, as all those things come into play. And it's just ridiculous that you got your family member living over there and you barely have any communication, if whatsoever. Sad situation. Sad. But our prayer for
free BG, man. Free her. Get her out of there. Like, this is crazy.
There's a petition to sign on change.org. We'll post that onto the group page here a little later, so people can have the opportunity, whether the change.org petitions work or not, whatever we can do to at least put some effort towards the movement. I'm sure most of us, if not all, would be ready to do so. So just sad.
Yeah. Pretty heavy.
Yeah.
Definitely. So I didn't have a significant, this is like the 1 week that we haven't had a major Jugadores loco, someone completely acting up that I could remember off the top of my head from last week.
Honey, you had one.
But my new thing, what I have?
Honey, that girl, you got the Mariners in that Jugadores locos. That
Brawl,
well,
that's what I got already. I'm saying, but I didn't
okay.
have like a particular, you know what I mean? But the thing is I'm wondering, like, is Major League Baseball now the NHL? Because not only do we have the Mariners, which I'll show in a second, but even today, the Blue Jays and the Red Sox cleared benches and bullpens. It just amazes me that not only the bench comes out, but when the bullpens are running from the outfield to come in to try and join in. And if you didn't already see what the suspensions were for the Mariners, and the Angels brawl, why would you want to be out there doing this again? So I just want to show just a brief, less than a minute of what took place, which was really, I think, like an 18, 19-minute delay in the game.
And the Angels and the benches are cleared. And Justin Upton comes in. And we have chaos. Bullpen's coming in now.
So again, that was just less than a minute of what was about a 15 to 18-minute delay in the game.
Can you tell me what happened here? I still don't even understand what happened.
There had been high tension. I believe this was the second or the third game of like a 3 or 4 game series with the Angels.
Okay.
From what I gathered, the game before, there had been a couple issues with someone getting hit with a pitch. There had been a couple, something had happened during the first inning. Not sure what exactly transpired, but this happened in the beginning of the second inning. So Jesse Winkler got hit by a pitch, and he basically was infuriated. He went after it. He had a total of 12 suspensions. 8 people got ejected from that game just in itself, including Jesse Winkler, which is hilarious. He's a Mariner. One of the fans in the stands actually sent him a pizza and had it delivered to the Angels logout, and he got it, and he tweeted back, "I received the pizza, thank you," et cetera, et cetera. That was kind of cute. So the pitcher got 10-game suspension. Jesse had 7-game suspension. JP Crawford got 5. There's 3 other Angels that got 3 games. Julio Rodriguez, my guy that I'm sporting today, he got a 2-game suspension. But here's what's crazy. These are some of the people that took part in this fight, like the Major League Baseball interpreter for the Angels. He got 2 games. There's a bench coach, a catching coach, and a pitching coach, all for the Angels that took part in this fight, and they all got 2 to 5 game suspensions.
The pitching
if you're
coach,
don't you think this is out your? Listen. When do you call it enough? Like,
all hands on deck with his baseball. You heard one of their own. They come out like parents. I mean, right. the action is ridiculous. What's even worse? I love it. And wasn't there a fractured elbow in the mix of all of this too?
So the Angels pitcher, he's a reliever, Archie Bradley. He fractured his elbow in the fight by trying to jump over the dugout.
Yeah.
Railing. So now he's out 4 weeks already, just off of trying to take part in the fight.
Still plenty of baseball left. We early in the season, but I don't need it to get any crazier.
Right. After the fight took place too, then you've got Angels players that are throwing sunflower seeds in the dugout. Apparently there was a cooler that got thrown in the dugout. There's other things that were trying to get thrown in the dugout. I mean, Jesse Winkler flipped off the fans. It's a royal rumble. It was a royal rumble.
It's a good thing the fans didn't get into it in the stands. Like the energy would have just been fans brawling too.
You know, and it always kills me when you have like pitchers coming from the bullpen, because by the time you get to the fight, like you should be huffing and puffing. You ran a country mile,
right?
To get over there, you still want to fight? Like, what was going on?
You should have had all the fight out of you.
It didn't cool you down to be like, you know,
Like, is there a fine?
nah.
I mean, it's almost
halfway.
like, is there like an internal fine with these players that if you don't leave the bullpen, that shows that you're not trying to participate as a team, and maybe you get, I don't know.
Right.
Why are you leaving the bullpen? That means you got to walk off.
in.
You got to walk your butt all the way back there when it's over with. It's a lot. Couldn't.
But you know what, y'all? Truthfully, like everybody's wild and everywhere.
Yeah.
Right? Nobody know how to act, whether they're on their job, if they're in a parking lot, the grocery store, school board meeting. Everybody's wilding everywhere. It's like we need to just go on a whole group sabbatical and just be like, all right, everybody's in the penalty box. You got a 2-week penalty box. Come back and act right. Because honestly, like everywhere you go, somebody is acting up in a really like disproportionate to the situation kind of way.
Ever
like
since
it's like people need another whole pandemic year or something.
Everybody wants to fight now. Ever since the fights on airplanes, everybody wants to box now.
Everybody, everywhere is like trying to like go to fisticuffs, and I'm like, you know, when's it stop? Like, when do the adults in the room assume the position? You know,
where are the
like,
adults?
Please, honestly, it's like, please, like, did they stay on quarantine or what the hell? Bananas.
Yeah. They ain't gone loco.
It's a lot. It's a lot.
They ain't gone loco.
So definitely Jugadores Locos there. I didn't get a chance to even catch what happened to the Blue Jays Red Sox. I know it was in their pitcher and a hit situation on a batter, but other than that, I really wasn't sure. We'll get into some Las Vegas sports because we definitely want to talk about the UFC 276. Obviously, me and Mo don't talk as much about UFC, but the SportsNista, she's like our local UFC lady here, the lady in red.
Hey, always red.
So UFC 276. Explain it. I also wanted to ask you that too. What started the always red on fight night?
Nothing significant. It was just random. I happened to have on, like, I had worn different colored dresses prior to that, and one day I wore a red one, and I was like, you know what, I'm gonna just do this. It's really like not deep at all.
It pops though. Let me tell you, it works.
It does. Like, and how many red dresses do you own now, though? Because it seems like your wardrobe with red is endless. I mean, you must have like a whole closet stashed away.
I do have a red dress closet, but it's not as deep. Like, there's some remixes in there, so like
you can't tell. You cannot tell.
I do remixing, and some of them I put on before COVID that I'm not going to be able to get into again. So they will become my daughters. I ain't even
understood.
I had one on and I thought I was going to have to go to the hospital to try to get it off. And I was just like, oh my God. What? Yeah, but I do have like a separate red dress closet, and that's where that stuff lies. But you know what? And none of them dresses cost me more than $35. I'm very particular about not investing in these things. So it's all Amazon. I never try anything on. If it don't fit, it don't fit.
Yeah, well, for $35, you take the wash on that. I understand that. Yeah, a little spill on there is no big deal. I get it.
No big deal.
You don't have to spend that much money on a whole bunch of red finery. I get it, but you look fabulous in it. Don't get it wrong. I
mean, you make it look like $1 million every time.
You really do.
Yeah,
working it.
No, but we have UFC coming up 276 again at T-Mobile. That's the home of UFC here in Las Vegas. And it's going head to head with WWE. They're at Madison Square Garden, MGM, Grant Garden Arena with their Money in the Bank.
Oh, really?
And so, and it was supposed to be at Allegiant. And again, they went head to head with UFC. Now, last year, WWE had SummerSlam. In Allegiant, and it was a record-breaking attendance for them. They weren't going head-to-head with UFC. They went head-to-head with Pacquiao and boxing. Different audiences. UFC and WWE is a very similar audience. And I really think they ran them out of there. And they hightailed it over to MGM. But interesting enough, Ronda Rousey is part of the WWE event.
Right.
Before she switched over to wrestling.
Right.
And there she's doing no pre-event press. It's almost like they're sneaking her in. And it's like you have UFC just across the street on the strip. It's a big deal for her to be in town for another promotion. So I'm actually going to be writing that story for LV Sports Biz. I think we're going to run it on Friday about Ronda kind of like sneaking in undercover
Okay.
with WWE. Like I've asked, we interviewed one of their superstars. My son and I actually, we tag teamed the interview with Drew McIntyre, one of their superstars, yesterday. And then we're going to run the Ronda Rousey story on Friday.
Well, we look forward to reading that. So that's,
Yeah.
that is interesting. That Snucker. She's trying to avoid her man.
I know, right? Yeah, I was like, what's going on with the contract? She's like, yeah, I'm coming in to do this, but y'all ain't paying me to promote. Like, she pulling a Monique on them or something like that.
Wow. Okay.
I
Now we
don't
were
get
avoiding
paid to
exes.
promote.
I didn't know. Okay.
Could be that too. But she did the baby is under a year old, but still, I'm like, something is not right in this whole, especially if like you struggling for ticket sales. You best call that gal, like come in and get her on, with Brian Salmon or something.
Yeah, B, if you're listening.
Yeah,
we need
B,
to get that Rousey. We need to see Rousey.
Yeah, but we're gonna have a lot of fun at UFC. Everything kicked off today, like back and forth. There's the Hall of Fame, UFC Hall of Fame induction. Daniel Cormier is headlining kind of that class along with Habib, his good friend. Now, the last time Habib was like at an event in Las Vegas, he was jumping out the cage trying to kick Connor's friend in the face.
Oh, Lord.
I remember that.
So interesting to have him back. And then there's like some parties happening and a big fan fest. And of course, Israel Adesanya is headlining the card at T-Mobile on Saturday night. And so, listen, by 10 o'clock Saturday, like somebody text me, be like, you all right?
Yeah, I will, because I'm like, dang, it sounds like somebody's gonna be turning into a pumpkin before 4th of July.
Right. And it's 4th of July weekend, so it's already busy out here as it is. So
man,
you got
I forgot about
WWE.
that.
We're gonna do a
UFC.
welfare check on you, Sam. Don't worry. We will.
Yeah, I was like,
we'll send a pizza to you at the stadium.
Right. Just make sure that pumpkin don't, like, if I see a red dress with a pumpkin in it, like, I'm gonna be like, that's Cassandra. That's Sam. She didn't turn into a pumpkin on us, y'all.
I usually have like, some cute shoes, but let me tell you, these days I only wear the shoes for the photo. I'm wearing my Pumas or my
I know that's right.
Listen.
I know that.
I believe it.
I forget all.
Ain't no time for heels these days.
I don't blame you
at all. So what is the big?
Did y'all find like during COVID, like once you had to put regular clothes back on, like shoes, like for example, like your feet like changed up on you?
Listen, I have to go to work
stay asking if I can wear
like
sneakers.
I'm something, and I can't even. The shoe thing is a tough one for me. My feet get swollen in those shoes. My feet hurt for weeks. Let me just tell you, being off that whole time for COVID, then coming back to work and standing for a few hours, my feet were hurting every day because I wasn't used to standing anymore.
Charlie horses in the middle of the night, got to jump up.
All of that, like it was for weeks that my feet did not get acclimated to me standing on that floor because I had not been standing for so long. I didn't realize that you had to start that motion all over again.
Wow,
it's super wet.
Yeah,
it's crazy.
I've been slowly transitioning heels to all sneakers. So I'm kicking one out as I get a new one in. I just can't. I'm over it. I'm done.
Yeah.
But I wanted to ask her, what's the main storyline coming up for UFC 276? Is there something major we need to be looking out for or keep an eye on?
Mm-hmm. So there's a couple things. Of course, it is the Hall of Fame induction, and Daniel Cormier is the ultimate company man. He anchors their desk cover, their in-arena coverage. He has several shows for them, like that their wraparound ESPN coverage. You don't see that with any other league, and it's kind of because UFC like is their own broadcaster as well, and because of their relationship with ESPN. But like, there's no NBA company man, for example, no NFL company man. Daniel Cormier is that, and I think that it warrants kind of some looking at, how he was able to transition from being a fighter to actually like a brand for the the promotion. In addition to that, at the top of the card, there's Israel Adesanya with Jared Cannonier. And Jared is an interesting guy, has his own crystals and kind of walks around with rocks and, things that are important to him because he is someone who really believes in energy and the power of that. And I hope he believes in the power and energy of Israel Adesanya because them head kicks are coming. And it's going to be serious. But the fight to really look out for is actually it kicks off the pay-per-view because we lost the fight because of COVID. Lauren Murphy actually dropped off. She was fighting Miesha Tate.
Oh, the girls fight. Yeah. So they're not going to do that fight?
Nah. No, they decided to reschedule it instead
Boo.
of someone else. I don't know. Yeah, it's and it's rare that UFC doesn't have like a prominent women's fight.
They don't. Not since the Amanda Nunes defeat.
Yeah, right. But I mean, they usually have one. But this is kind of one of those rare, like major cards that isn't on there. But we do have an OG on there, and Donald Cerrone. Cowboy is back. Cowboy is back. Yeah, his fight was canceled twice, and now they found another opponent in Jim Miller, who's also an OG. But Cowboy says he was going to retire. This is going to be his swan song, but
thought he did.
It's fight 48, so he's going to go for 50.
I thought he did. I honestly thought Cowboy was done. Like when you said that, I'm like, wait a minute, Cowboy back?
He's going to go for 50. He's going to, and he said he'll do 49 and 50 on his own time. So who knows when that's going to be? And thinking about like Serena and how she can't really call her walk-off shot like that. Someone like, a professional fighter like Donald Cerrone, who's, been around, and because of the nature of the promotion he fights for, he can call his last shot. So it's kind of cool, to see that. And then finally, there's a trilogy fight with Alexander Volkanovski for the featherweight title against Max Holloway. Max had been highly regarded as the best featherweight ever in UFC history, but he's lost back-to-back to Volkanovski.
Oh.
So let's see if he can right the ship. If y'all got some extra coins laying around, I'm putting my money on Max on that one.
Okay.
On which one? Let me take notes. I'm gonna get on my app later. Hit up the sports book down here.
Yeah. Do you have the apps? Do you have William Hill or something like that?
Oh yeah, I got William Hill. I've got the Stations Casino. I use the MGM Grand one though. The BetMGM one is probably my favorite. Yeah, I do like that.
I don't know.
I have the William Hill one, but I always have other people do it.
Look, I'm so like a newbie at like the betting thing. Like I went to Green Valley Ranch like last year to try to bet on something, and I gave them cash, and they're like, "We don't do cash."
Yeah, we don't do that. Win still takes cash though. Win will still take cash.
Oh, they do?
Yeah, because sometimes I used to walk across the street on my lunch hour.
They take cash inside the sports books.
Circa does. I did a bet at Circa.
I mean, every casino I've been at, you can go to the sports book and put money down.
Maybe they're trying to force people to use the app because it's a Stations casino.
That and the club card. They probably ask if you had your rewards and the
They did.
Yeah, they asked for that doggone club card first. Yeah, they're crazy.
Oh, did.
Yeah, they ain't got the energy for all that, strength for all that.
Dude, I don't usually bet with my own money, but like if I had like some coins lying around, I might. Yeah, I was like looking in the little girl's like purse, like them kids. My kids be having more cash than I do. I'm like, where y'all get this money from? Grandma be sliding them stuff, and I'm like, let me go check and see how much they got.
Not the kids first. Not the girls
That's
first.
Hilarious.
That's money due me. That's money due me.
Okay, I understand.
Well, we look forward to your updates throughout the week and weekend for the fights, and we'll look forward to whatever red outfit you're rocking this weekend.
It just came today. I'm gonna do something a little different than I normally do, and so I haven't tried it on. So
okay,
you don't see come Saturday what happened was.
Well, it's so funny because all your reds are the same color. It's like a distinct red. Like some reds, like if you go hunt for red, it's either tomato red or chili pepper red or whatever. But you got or apple red. You've got the primo
like that cherry red. You got
cherry
that
red.
cherry
Like
red.
Every dress is the same type of red.
It's usually the same company. So I buy from the same company
Gotcha.
quite
Okay.
frequently. So that's probably
Okay.
what it is. But no, I got the Adidas ready. I'm doing WWE a couple hours earlier, and then I'm gonna hop over to UFC to close out the night. Because usually with UFC, I write to deadline because like as fights are happening, I'm kind of explaining like I have a general idea what I'm writing about, but then I need to slide in the actual results. But the
Gotcha.
WWE stories will be written before.
Okay.
then.
That's what's up, girl. I like it.
Cool.
Very
Yeah,
cool.
but I'm
Love
gonna
it,
see
love it,
y'all.
love it.
When's the Aces? Are they back next Wednesday?
No, they're gone for a while. They're here on the 6th because I'm going to
Okay.
be gone, but it's they're giving away the free the camo military appreciation shirts.
Oh, okay.
So if you are, I think it's a July 6th. I'm trying to finagle someone to go for me so I can get a camo shirt. But yeah, it's the camo Las Vegas Aces shirts. I think it's like, for the first fans until it's gone or something. But I think after that, they have a good long stretch away and they're not back for like another week or 10 days or something.
Have we heard anything about Chelsea Gray? Like, is she joining them?
She's back tonight. Chelsea's playing, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, she just had a personal day yesterday. She had originally been on the on the list, I think, earlier this morning, but they changed it. Jiggy changed it, and they had no one on the injured list. So Rakina Williams is back. We'll talk about the Aces a little bit. They're still first in the WNBA right now, just only a half point over the Sky, beating the Sparks on Monday without Chelsea. Plum and Wilson went off for 20. I didn't realize they had 54 points combined. When I checked the box score, nobody else even touched double digits for the Aces. It was literally just Plum and Wilson.
Like they just went off. And you know what? Sometimes you just got to give the rock to the hot hand. And like Becky was like, do your thing, girl. Like and listen, Plum is a baller.
She is, and I don't know why she doesn't get these player of the weeks because she really comes through as
she does.
She really does. If she doesn't get it this week, I'm gonna be really tight because it's gonna be like, listen, did you see that game against the Sparks? Like,
how much fun is she gonna be in the All-Star game? Like, her game is
she's gonna be amazing
for the All-Star game.
I'm so excited for her first.
So scrappy.
Appearance.
That's my
so
girl.
Great.
I'm so excited for her.
Aces are up right now, 37-33. It looks like.
But did y'all get the feeling, like watching Chelsea, that maybe something was going on? Like the 2 games prior that she played,
she was a little off.
She was off.
She was very off.
Was off.
Yeah. So whatever it was, we hope that it's better or it's fixed or she's dealing with whatever's happening. Yeah. She did have a personal day, so we'll see how that goes. They do. And I think it's evident in times like that, in times like on Monday when you don't see her there, she's kind of like also, as a floor general, she's able to move that ball other people and move it around. Without her, they kind of get locked into certain positions. But the Aces also signed Dearica Hamby to a tier extension. It's crazy to see these girls with the extensions and then you see a K at the end of it, like a 169,000.
Right.
Oh, for 2 years, you're getting... Got you. Okay. 2 years, $169,000. She's also named to the All-Star team. They did take the rest of the All-Stars, the reserves. So here's those. Dearica Hamby was on that. This is her second time. I was a little surprised Chelsea wasn't on here. I just feel like Chelsea has done so much for this team so far. And I know that the coaches are the ones that are voting the reserve players in. But did you guys see anybody on there or have any ideas to who might be off that list or who should have made it?
I sure do, Skylar Diggins. I'm looking right at you, Skylar Diggins. That is the main name that I was like a little surprised that she was chosen as a reserve over Chelsea. I'm like, y'all must have forgot.
Yeah.
Listen, I don't know what season they're trying to vote her in off of because it shouldn't have been one great game. It shouldn't be getting you into the All-Star game. And I feel like she's had one good game this year.
And she's missed some games on top of that too. She ain't even played every game. So
well, this is based off a popularity contest already.
But this is a reserve though, like the coaches, right? So
this is the coaches, and I think I can't remember who else, but coaches and staff or something vote for the reserves.
Yeah.
I just was shocked. I felt like Chelsea should have been. I mean, obviously we're excited for Jackie and for Kelsey because it's their first All-Star game. Asia, of course, is back there as a captain. It's just, and it's gonna be in Chicago. Like I just feel like All-Star should always be in Las Vegas. It was beautiful out here.
Super
It was
whack.
so good in Las Vegas. It really was, and that was the greatest experience ever for us to attend that and see it. But
even the players say that, and like, listen,
Yeah.
I got a healthy disdain for that Chicago coach. He really he has so much shade for Las Vegas, and I think a lot of it came from his relationship with Lambeer and kind of how things went down in San Antonio. But he just acts a fool in Vegas. Like, he was like giving side eye.
He
to,
was
like,
acting
He
up
was.
at the
Yeah,
game.
his nonverbal was ridiculous because you were texting me, Cassandra, like, look at him. Look
Look
how
at this fool.
he's very sassy. Yeah.
So guess
Well, what's
what?
crazy
We got
is you've
4
also
aces starting on y'all
Right,
floor
and the
for the All-Star
only
game.
team in the league with multiple players in the All-Star.
Right,
Yep.
right.
And you're gonna have
But
to
you
coach
also
him.
got
What
to
you
think
gonna
about it. Not only is he's also going to be coaching along with Becky Hammon for the All-Star game. So they're going at it again there. Then they're going to go at it again for the Commissioner's Cup Championship final. So these two are really going to have a lot of time, probably.
Yeah.
But I'm loving the little rivalry, though. I'm welcoming it. I'm with it.
Yeah,
so
it's
it
good.
works for
We
me.
need it. We need it.
Yeah, we do.
So definitely. Yeah, right. But congrats to Dearica. It's good to see that she's getting an extension. We'd like to see when they get these extensions and sign home. Our lights, of course, I was trying to go so hard to that water fight on last Friday. I just couldn't make it. But listen to the so this
Viva my
Saturday,
lights, I got it.
This Saturday, they got the Great American Hot Dog Eating Contest.
I can't.
The winner will receive receive Jarritos for a year. That's what those drinks they have over there at the game.
On top of that, you got all that sugar coming to you for a year.
Listen, a hot dog eating
plus all that sugar. And I'm wearing my lights little tea today because I have to represent them from time to time. I miss my lights, but God, a hot dog eating contest and then a award of flavored sugar to your house for a year,
a whole year.
If you don't go donate those things, and you get that.
Diabetes type 2 about to be
if you don't go spread that thing out to some local schools with these kids when they come back or something. I don't know. Summer school sessions, camps. I'm not gonna have boxes of sugar coming to my house like that.
Like
for a whole year.
They just give you 15 cases and send you on your way or something like that. Or you gotta go every week and be like, can I have my Jarritos?
Can you imagine?
I can't.
But since it is 4th of July weekend, of course, Las Vegas does it big. So the lights will be having fireworks on the game on Saturday as well, along with the hot dog eating contest at halftime. Still $10 for tickets. Plus, you also got the Aviators. They're giving away the Top Gun Maverick t-shirts this Friday. Yes. They're going to have the fireworks on Saturday and then a fireworks extravaganza on Sunday. So, Las Vegas ballpark kicks off. I could be hearing their fireworks at night going off after every win, and I can only imagine what it'd be like this weekend. Plus, you got, of course, the crazy fireworks that'll be happening in Las Vegas.
Speaking of $10 tickets, just to throw it in real quick, the Aces have $10 tickets for every game available.
They do.
Of course, it's a little bit further back, but it's $10. And it's still a good enough seat to invest in that. And parking, if you're a Nevada resident, if you scan your barcode, if you're there less than 3 hours, your parking is free.
Yes,
so get your butts out there.
Yeah, support these
That's
ladies.
Easy then.
Yeah.
Yes, you have to. I don't know. I just think it's crazy.
For Father's Day, when I went to that game as a spectator, it was actually a really good turnout, and I actually was impressed with the amount of people that showed up as a Father's Day thing, and quite a few season ticket holders, and not to mention just people. We actually sat next to a group, couple celebrating their anniversary with their friends that had just bought a ticket day of and flew into Vegas, and that's what they wanted to do is go see the Aces.
Oh, that's cool.
So you got people
that's
in. You've got people
that's
in it. Yeah, you've got people that's all in for real with the WNBA. And I was talking to the husband because I was sitting next to him. He says, I love WNBA. He says that was the first thing I wanted to do. He's like, we've got other things going on that we planned, but as soon as we flew in, we're like, let's buy these tickets. They're inexpensive. We're gonna go to a game.
I'm
That's what
sitting
it
on
is.
books. I have my book, so I gotta grab it.
I sit on pillows, Cassandra, just to
Aw.
get me a little bit of height. So I get
Me,
it.
I try to lower
Oh,
everything. So
I get it. I try to get my little height on
Listen, I'm
because that
Well,
chair is like
I
it
went to the
sits
game.
low.
The last game we went to, there were Ball Dogs helped in getting some of those free tickets away, and that place was packed. I mean, I had friends brought all the grandkids. I saw coworkers I hadn't seen in years with their families.
nice.
So a lot of people came out, and that
That's
was
great.
great. And it was good to see them getting that kind of attention and getting the arena packed. I think even if getting a free ticket helps your foot in the door to want to come back and pay 10 or pay whatever the price is, then hopefully that helps them to keep packing the house.
Look, for a couple of games, I get those $10 tickets, and I go with my kids, and I take my laptop, I sit up there and let them run around because ain't nobody up there. Act a fool. I can write my story and be out. It's just a nice, and they do a great job of the in arena. How you guys liking the high rollers that they added?
I love them.
Love the
Every
high
time
rollers.
she goes to a game, she sees them. I never get a chance to see these ladies, but when she posts footage of them or Aces post footage on their page, they are so cute. I'm loving it. It is
Listen,
adorable.
the last game, I ran into them in the bathroom there in the back area because they were getting ready for their performance. And I was like, oh, you guys are performing today? Yes. They're like, yes. We're the first time out of the fourth period. And I was like, okay, I will be there ready and waiting. And she goes, thank you so. They're so adorable. And I love them.
I love it.
And so, I'm just always like, I always somehow miss, but the last couple games that I've gone to, they were there. So I'm excited for that. Yeah, we love the high rollers. Love the high rollers. I even told one of my girlfriends I used to work with, I was like, you are trying out next year because I want to see you down there.
Because it's 50 plus, right?
Right.
So
55, I think. Or is it 50? Oh, 50?
It's 50 something.
Okay. Well, yeah. Heck yeah.
They ain't that old, but they seasoned. They seasoned.
Yeah, but some of them out there be looking, look good too. They look a lot younger than, a few others, but I love the high rollers, but. And I want to shout out Mariah Jefferson, who had been an ace for a brief time. She got the Lynx. The Minnesota Lynx had their very first triple double in history, and she made it happen. And I'm just, it's proud. And the whole team went crazy. The coach, it was just a really good, it was she got her 10th rebound the last play or something. She caught the rebound. So it was just great to see her make that success and have a history making. Whereas, how was it the very first one for your franchise? I guess.
And she had a triple double on boards. Like Mariah Jefferson is like 5'6", 5'7". She's not like the tallest player. She's a guard. But when the Aces kicked off their, Las Vegas residency or moving to Las Vegas, she was the featured player. It was her, and I forget who the other one was. They hadn't drafted Asia yet. So, like, she was the face of the original face of the franchise. It was her, Bill Laimbeer, and another player that they were featuring.
Maybe Kelsey. Kelsey was still here with the Stars.
It was a tall African American woman. So I don't remember who it was, but yeah, it was like that's very cool to see her, and considering how many injuries she's had to come back from as well. Congratulations to her.
Yeah, pretty dope.
Big time. And of course, speaking of triple doubles, Miss Candace Parker became the first woman in WNBA history to record 3 triple doubles when the Sky played the Sparks last week. So, things are happening. It feels like there's always a record that's being broken.
We gotta watch out for this Sky, man. That's all that's telling me. It's indicative that we're gonna have to face these ladies soon, and we're gonna have to do something about trying to beat them.
Well, Candace Parker is the problem. I mean,
she
is an undersized 5, and so they have to have someone reliable double her.
They do.
Throw a little bit of Diarca on her, play Sans on her, the Rupert, the new woman. Belle is not ready. She's not ready. I love her energy. I don't know if she's going to be here next year. But Kia Stokes, they're gonna have to just keep throwing fresh bodies at her.
They are
to slow her down. Asia can't play her one-on-one right now.
No, I want that matchup, but she can't handle it. She's defensively
and the team has to
than...
be the team's got to stay cool. Like they get so ramped up in the first or the second quarter, and then they're losing gas. Like the Sky team was down by how much, and they just controlled it all the way to the end and finished it off.
26 points, a league record or franchise record, league
Yeah,
record.
league.
Yeah.
Like, that ain't
That's
the record
crazy.
associated.
That was
They do
insane.
that.
We
Yeah,
were all
you
there
can't-
to witness that.
I mean,
I was
but it's
not
good
happy.
to see them
Unbelievable.
respond because, you know, it could really like break a team. But I think given what they went through at how last season ended, you know, maybe they're a little bit more equipped, Asia specifically, to handle the adversity. And yeah, they're gonna. I just don't. There's some teams that can get with them, you know, 1 or 2 games, but like a series, it's gonna be a
Right.
tough out.
That's what
as a
That's what I'm
series.
concerned about. That is my concern.
It'll be a tough out.
Yeah.
Like,
So I wanted to
Connecticut's
show
gonna
you
rough up.
guys. Oh.
What'd you say, Cassandra?
Connecticut will rough you up for a game. I just don't think that Connecticut is actually going to be able to like hang for a whole series.
Oh, no.
Like that.
Yeah. Yeah.
The second half of this season is definitely going to show. I mean, it's going to be about because a lot of people that have been injured are coming back that we didn't see again in the first half, and we're going to be going against the same faces but new players or additional players. A lot of movement has been happening just from me playing the fantasy league. You see all these moves that are happening. People are signing free agents that weren't playing the beginning of the half of the season. So teams are slowly kind of evolving into the second half, and we'll see what may change, I guess. So
yeah, I don't want to have a best record. I don't want a best record team from this. I don't mind if we go 2 or 3 in the spot as long as we make it to the playoffs, because teams with the best records never win championships. So I don't want it to be where we've got this stellar record. It was great, but we can't close. So
win a series.
Win is
Win
I need to see
Yeah.
the series win for sure.
This is what I got to show you guys because, you know, obviously betting in Las Vegas is legal. Apparently betting in Chicago is also legal, especially with DraftKings. DraftKings is the one place we can't use here in Las Vegas because I think we have so many other sports books.
Right.
We can't use DraftKings in Nevada. But in Chicago, come 2023, this DraftKings sportsbook is going to be inside Wrigley Stadium.
Wow.
This is a sportsbook in a baseball stadium.
You know how many brawls are going to break out with that?
Listen, I can't even imagine just how this. Can you imagine? I mean, just if every stadium that allows betting starts getting a sports book like this,
And nobody's
this is
going to be in the
crazy.
game.
They're not going to be in the game. They're going to be all over there.
I wouldn't be.
Exactly.
Listen,
they'll be nervous.
No need to
Nancy's
be.
all up in that game, all up in that DraftKings thing. And they'll be drunk, and then they'll be tight, and then there'll be fights.
Yeah, you think people are acting a fool now?
Yeah, they're gonna act a plumb fool. Chairs will be flying, tables will be flipped.
They're gonna need that extra security.
They're gonna have to bolt those things down. No, that stuff
is so ridiculous. So we're getting kind of close to the end. Obviously, I want to talk a little bit. The NBA free agency kicks off tomorrow at 3 p.m. We've already had a few moves that have been announced. We are believing that Mr. John Wall will be heading to the Clippers.
Okay.
This is going to be interesting, obviously, because Kawhi will be back. He's been injured all year last year, so that's going to be interesting for the LA community. Your Lakers decided to keep up with Russell Westbrook.
We don't have no choice.
Yeah, it's just a mess.
You're talking about $46 million here.
Yeah.
With the new news that came out today.
What was that? Well, I don't know what the new news. Oh, yeah.
Oh, about his extension. He's going to stay another year, and then otherwise they owe him like $46 million. Like league owes him $46 million. No one's going to pay that.
Wow.
Man. Yeah, no one's going to pay that. That's what. Yeah. Keep going with your news, though. It's just a disaster.
Yeah, you know, you've got Kyle Irving still. There was a whole issue with what's happening with him. He took his option, whether he stays. I guess there's some clause into whether he could still surf the market or whatever you want to call it.
He can surf after a season, but the Nets ain't letting him go.
You got James Harden still. Bradley Beal declines his player option. So it's gonna be an interesting day starting off tomorrow, and I'm sure throughout to the beginning of this free agency for the NBA. And Steph Curry is going to be hosting the ESPYs this year, which will be kind of interesting. Cool. Yeah, I think it'll be cool.
That'd be cute.
I hope he brings one of the kids or all the kids up and do something too. That'd be great.
That'll be fun. I'm glad to see Team Cornrow return to
Meanwhile, we got street clothes over in LA. Street clothes and freaking Westbrook, and then you talking about cornrow. Coro Central, Paul George, Kawhi Leonard,
Kawhi cracked me up.
and
He
John
gets
Wall.
his touch. His cornrows be good, but then he brush it. Like, who is telling you to brush your cornrows?
The fact that he
Stop.
I
still
just
has
don't
them in
think he
2020.
I just don't think he gets them done regularly enough to where they just start getting that fuzzy. They just start getting too fuzzy.
He needs to wear a
get like a
do-rag.
regular.
We know what needs to happen to keep that fuzz out and frizz. He obviously is not doing
Oh,
that. But the thing
man.
of it is the fact that he's still rocking this in 2022 is just fathoming to
Hey,
me. It's been
but
years.
his edges, they still look good.
Hey, listen, I'm waiting to see the baby hair sideburns. I'm waiting to see them sideburn action going on. I'm waiting to see all of that. I'm waiting to see the cornrows with baby hairs pop off with him. I really am.
Oh my God.
I'm
And
waiting to
speaking
see
of the
all that
NBA too, Seattle has been given a preseason game. So the Blazers and I think who did I say it was? The Blazers. Oh, the Blazers and the Clippers will be playing in October at Climate Pledge Arena. So Seattle's going to get a little bit taste of the NBA back in
Oh,
a
that's
little
good.
bit.
They're doing an exhibition over there. I know we get 2 here.
You going
Yes.
to go? You going to pop up there?
I might, it depends. If I can swing it where there's a football game too, it's just hard for me to like just go on it. Oh, and actually I won't be there because I'm going to be in Detroit the weekend before for the Seahawks game. So I probably won't be.
They don't have no crab in Detroit.
I know they don't, but it's a new I got to hit a new stadium every year that I haven't been to.
Oh, okay, got you. We are
And
going
this year,
to Pittsburgh. We're actually, I'm taking my son
nice.
in October because he's competing in Taekwondo, and we got Worlds, but then our fall nationals are going to be in Pittsburgh. So I was like,
cute.
if the Steelers are in town, I will get you tickets and we'll go because the Steelers are his favorite team. So
you'll have to do that. You'll definitely
Oh,
do that.
that's great.
That's gonna be really cute.
We skipping school and everything. I'm like, you ain't go to school on that
with
Friday.
it.
And you're
Oh, they
going
can
to
take
school.
they can take a little
Monday.
break weekend, a little sick
Come on
weekend.
now.
They
Yeah.
can.
Listen,
they can.
algebra can wait.
Yeah.
You got the rest of
Right.
your life.
So also too, you guys travel and seeing all these stadiums. I'm very curious to see footage. So I need you ladies to be post. Well, I know Mel, you're gonna post, but Cassandra, let me see what that Steel Nation's looking like over there. The conditions, the whole vibe,
for sure.
with no Big Ben. I just need to see. I need details as soon as you do that.
Goodness, get to stepping full.
Yeah,
like,
at least he's gone, right?
Yeah, long overdue for that guy to be gone.
But who they got? I mean, like my son was like, "Well, they got Mason Rudolph." I was like, "What?" Well, they got Pickens.
Does he own a Mason Rudolph jersey enough to be saying that?
No, but he was like
Okay.
being just matter of fact. Like, well, they got like a quarterback, kind of like, yeah, there's a sun up there, the sun's shining. Okay, but no, but they got Pickens as well. But yeah, it's gonna be rough. Rough from the pocket for the Steelers.
Yeah.
We'll see what Mike Tomlin, what Magic. It's gonna listen. They're gonna need to have the best defense in the league.
Yeah,
gonna need to have it.
All right.
But I'm gonna pull up on them.
Good luck.
I did want to, since this is also the last week of Pride Month, so I did want to highlight a special Pride story. I wanted to, usually we have our Girl Power, and I still have a Girl Power that I want to do, but this is actually going to be a little of Pride Power. So Ryan Resk, I believe his name is, he's 29. He's the Vice President of Strategy and Evaluation with the Phoenix Suns. He came out to the team this past winter. He's the first openly gay person in league history to be working basketball operations in an NBA front office, which I thought that was...
What?
I didn't realize that, he would be the first, but apparently he is the first. His goal is to normalize for people in and out of the league that existence of gay men and women on the basketball side of operations does exist. So kudos to him for coming out. I mean, this kid, he started as an intern like in 2016, made his way all the way to VP. So very impressive story of his. And so I wanted to just highlight that and shout him out. So pride power of the day. Also for Girl Power, I just got to give this girl all of her flowers. Malika Andrews did her thing for the NBA draft and phenomenal job. First woman to host the NBA draft in all of the history of the NBA. So here's a little video from her.
So excited. I'm so honored to be the first woman to host the NBA draft on the anniversary, the 50-year anniversary of Title IX. But what makes me even more grateful is the number of women you're going to see on this broadcast, the moms, sisters that you're going to see honored, Janae and Gumake, Monica McNutt, my colleagues, all of my colleagues behind the scenes. It takes all of these women to build the broadcast that you are about to see, and I hope you enjoy it.
Oh, shout out to that.
Yeah. And the woman she was talking, I mean, this was a great picture right here. I mean, you've got three ladies really holding it down for the NBA and for Black women as well too. I mean, it looks great. It looked great. They did a wonderful job. I actually tuned in probably more this draft than I have in most NBA drafts. The only issue was Kendrick Perkins. I don't understand why this man was there or why they still allow him to speak sometimes.
I told you he gives me anxiety and I don't even like to watch him.
I can't.
Big Musty, you know, like Big Musty is always up in there.
Not Big Musty.
Throwing must on stuff all the time.
No, you did.
Not Big Musty.
I'm never not gonna ever hear that in my head now when I see him. I just whenever I hear him on
anxiety, and I swear to God, he's like, I told you, I don't like seeing him commentating. I can't stand to watch him commentate, and it's just like it gives me the anxiety that is not necessary when he speaks. I just don't trust none of that.
Must. He is just must in the room. That's
for a guy that said no words on that Celtics team for many years. Sure has a lot
he got
to say.
all the words to say
quiet.
now, man.
Quiet. He was quiet. I said, this guy never talks. And I should have never put that out there.
Right. All right. I'm going to get into some sneaker drops. There's a lot of sneakers dropping on Friday on July 1st. I wanted to just bring a few to attention. You've got your Air Jordan 1 lows. This is the Pinksicle. Very cute. The orange, of course, and the pink. You've also got the Air Jordan 1 lows. This is the reverse black toe. So, of course, they swap that white. The white's usually in the back end. So they swap that white and black toe, which is pretty cool.
I like that.
These are the Air Jordan 5s. They call these the WNBAs. I'm guessing, of course, because of the pink, but also that orange, significant orange right there. These will also be released on July 1st, which is Friday.
How do I get so? I'm not like a sneakerhead at all, but like, what if I was interested in them shoes? What do I do?
You gotta go through
download the Nike app or the sneakers app. One of those.
There's other apps. You could go also on Foot Locker app. Do also StockX. Well, not StockX. Forget them. No. Goat app. Do also what's the other little store I go to?
Well, you want to I would go to the Nike or sneakers first, because those will be the ones where you can actually buy it at regular price. Other ones are like wholesale, or resale. So like
well, they are, but the other franchise stores also have it. So Foot Locker has it. You can go on there and jump on it too. But Nike, it's very hard. Cassandra, she's making it sound very easy for you to get these sneakers, and I'm going to give you the real. It is very tough to get these sneakers.
It's not easy,
but
I'm
very
saying
tough
if you
to get these
but
sneakers.
it's easy
where
all your information can already be saved in Nike.
Right.
So as long as you get in there before 7 a.m.
Yes.
And get it.
I gotta get in line.
It's like get in line.
But here's the deal. Cassandra, what size shoe do you wear?
Forget it.
6.
Oh, you might be grade school.
So you can wear a youth size. So you should have no problem.
You might have a chance then. You'd have a better chance than us then. You definitely
I can still wear a 7 youth, so I still snag a few that way because I can wear a youth 7.
Because I don't have grade school, right? So a 6 would be like a 4.5, and boys it's like a size and a half or something like that.
It'll tell you on there. It'll show the breakdown.
You said you're a women's 6? So you're a men's
4.5.
You're like a men's 5.
I'd say like a 4.5. Yeah.
4.5, 5. You might as well do grade school, but even on the grade school, you could do your true size 6 and get that 6. But I'm just telling you right now, even that is tough too, because this sneakers app is BS. She's hyping you up on something. And I'm telling you, go on Finish Line.
I've gotten a couple, okay? Like it's okay.
Download all the sneaker franchise apps, even the one little thing across the street, because they even do a lottery. You can even go on the feature, the local one here. Like I try to surf all networks. And if you're on Facebook, follow Vegas Sneakerheads for sizes 5.5 and under, or 6.5 and under, because trust me, people who hit, they always post those shoes on there and sell them at the retail price too. Didn't know that. But I follow Vegas Sneakerheads, but I'm never on Facebook enough to even do it. But they are doing that. So that would be an option.
They sell them at the retail price?
Yeah.
So they're
You
not
don't
trying
follow
to
that group because you're not a sneaker. Vegas sneakerheads, they have the size range. You could do 6.5, 6.5.
But why would they
below
sell them
group,
for retail when they
or
can
the
go
seven-
sell them for more somewhere else?
because they have boxes and boxes of them. And they show you the pictures of them, and they'll have them stacked up. It's like either independent stores out here that post, or like just individual sellers that got a dump, or they'll do a trade with you. They'll say,
Don't let it be
I'll
the
trade
faux
these.
sellers out there.
They'll
Don't
be
let
like, I'll
that
trade this for you or that. And then Feature's also one of those good in stores too. They kind of people sleep on them because they have a Jordan and Nike account. They usually will have some sneakers for you too. But that sneakers app is crazy. You got to watch videos. You got to watch the stories. You got to make sure that you're engaging in the app.
You do not. All you just gotta go to upcoming, hit remind me, and it sets you an alarm in your phone. So as long as you're up before 7 and you get the little notification, you just click on it and wait.
She made that
maybe
sound
you
so
don't get it,
easy,
maybe
Cassandra.
you do.
Saying I'm telling you the real, like it's a struggle.
Because those red Jordans, like I think those are like fight night shoes.
Oh, they're great.
Those are like
those are fire.
Those gotta be fight night shoes.
Those are fire. But good luck on getting those because they look like breads. So the thing of it is it's a fight. It's a fight, and they only have a certain size run. So if you wake up at 7, you have your card loaded up already. You hit the thing, it pins, and it keeps spinning and spinning and spinning.
You join the draw. You join the draw, and then it'll tell you if they do or not.
Good luck.
It doesn't hurt to try.
Yeah. It doesn't hurt to try. It's a game. It's a game. And if you got anybody else that wants to do that for you too, get a team together. That's
I'm gonna have my son do it. Like,
have your son, have a team, have like a squad.
You know what you can also do too is you can go down to Shoe Palace down at Fashion Show because they usually have every shoe that comes out. You just gotta stand in their line.
And their line's not bad because no one's there. So Shoe Palace, and then Chic is the other store I'm thinking of. Download that Chic app because they do the drawings too, and I usually get my J's out of Chic too very easily. Then I do that sneakers app. It's a whole game with sneakers. I'm not falling for that.
I think I want that one. I think that one.
Yeah, I like it.
Get them.
You should get
and there's a ton of options for red too. Just so you know, you can always look through what's available as well. That they might have other styles in red that you might like.
That's true because I'm not wedded to like needing to have that Jordan.
Then if you do that, go on GOAT because sometimes GOAT has the sneakers on sale too, and the GOAT one is pretty reputable, and the prices on the increase aren't as severe as a StockX or something like that.
I like a sale shoe.
They always have a sale.
They're never gonna be sale like
they're
that.
They're not gonna be sale, yeah, but you never know.
Ain't no $35 Nikes.
No, nothing like that. Not like that. That's another thing. Saying that price point is like it's gonna hit you about $150 on the ticket.
Yeah.
Well, the lows will go for like $100 sometimes.
They're $150. You know? That's what I'm saying. Jordan highs are like $2 something. So the lows is like $150, $175.
She U size. She gonna be getting from like $85. I just got the
Candace
for $85.
She probably get $110 on them or $120.
Yeah, that'll be the threshold. And
that's the only thing is that ticket ain't
every day.
Yeah. Just keep watch of it, sis.
Day.
Yeah. Just keep watch of
it. We also these are coming back, y'all. The Nike Air Max Penny 1, the Orlando.
Didn't you show these before?
I didn't. There was a different one. That was the Barkley, I think, or something. But
they look so much the same.
I think it was a different color, but this is the Orlando colorway, which hasn't been released in over 10 years. Of course, it originated back in like 95, 96 when Penny was playing with Orlando Magic, but these are coming back. You've also got the for sure the Air Jordan 1 OG. This is the Stage Haze. These will be released on July 2nd. Oh yeah, that's a good one for you. The Raiders for sure.
Oh,
these
Raiders,
nice.
Jay.
Yeah. You got the these came out in these ones came out in a high top earlier. This is the Bio Haze.
Oh yeah,
the low easy, the low fly ease. So they have a little zipper on them that helps you being able to slip in and out of them a lot easier.
I like those. I try for those. Yeah. Those are cute.
These will be out on July 6th, and then to finish it off, I've got the Nike Dunk Highs. These are the satins. Nice. These come out on July 7th.
I want to see that as a low.
That would be
nice. If it was a low, I'd be in. Can't do the Dunk High. It's a weird looking shoe, but I do like the satin on it.
It is pretty cool. Impressive. All right, y'all. We appreciate everyone that has tuned in, that has joined the chat.
Got one more.
We appreciate.
Before we do your birthday shout out, we got one birthday shout out we did not talk about tonight.
What?
Being Vegas born and raised here, our team that has been Vegas born is 6 years old today. Shout out to the VGK, as also known as the Golden Knights, also known as Vegas strong, all of that. It's 6 years ago on this day that we got introduced the 31st team in the NHL franchise, and they are our Golden Knights. So happy birthday to the Knights. You've taken us to Stanley Cup Finals. We didn't make it. You've taken us to playoffs. Didn't make it all the way through. You took it to a season where we couldn't go to the playoffs. It's okay. But our young boy is only 6 years old. We got a ways to go and grow. And we're so proud of the team. And happy birthday to these VGK, these Golden Knights. Got to shout them out.
Yes.
Vegas born and raised.
VGK, for sure.
Yes.
All righty. All right, y'all. Well, it's time to get my celebration started. I'm off tomorrow. I plan
happy
on
birthday, everybody!
my
put
time.
If you're watching right now, put a shot glass emoji in the comments. Let's do a salute to Mel, our founder of Girl Chat Sports. Amazing person, inside and out. I don't have a glass. I drank all my soda.
I do have.
I have my bottle right here of wine, I guess. But
what's
I'm not gonna do that?
What you got? Cassandra pulled off some.
Oh,
it's vodka.
Oh, look at that!
Nice.
Sit up there.
Yeah, 6 years
Y'all
did
know I
fly
don't do
by,
shots,
Steph.
but
Yes, I need everybody put a drink emoji in the comments. Let's holla. Happy birthday to my girl, our founder of Girl Chat Sports. It's been an amazing ride with this young lady. To many more. May her season shine bright and all of that. And saludos. Cheers.
Woo. That's my sign for the picture.
Drop them 4 4s. Yeah, that's a nice
4
age.
4s. 4 4s.
That's a nice age. Sitting on 4 4s. Yeah.
Ain't
that what Paul Wall said?
Yes. Thank y'all for joining the chat.
Good.
We appreciate you, Stephanie, Alicia. Thank you so much. I know there were some more people earlier on too. Shane, we appreciate you. Everyone that's in there, thank you so much. And we'll catch you next Wednesday. Okay.
And Sam, thank you so much for coming on and being our guest. We really enjoyed you.
Thank you so much, Cassandra.
Thank you, Sam. It's been a long time.
Yeah.
I know. We love seeing you out there too. I always love seeing you at the Aces games. I enjoyed seeing you at the Title IX event. And so we look forward to more time and seeing you some more out there.
Appreciate you guys.
All right, y'all. Have a good one. Thanks for tuning in. We'll catch you next time. Bye.
Outro.